into our maximizing our membership, Solon Chamber 2.0. We try and do these a couple times a year to engage members, whether they've been a member for 30 years or 30 days. It really is important to reconnect with folks on what it is that we offer, so that you can find value in what we do. It's also an opportunity for us to hear from you what's most important to you, that we can provide. So I've got 250 slides to go through, and I'll have everyone out of here by 11:30, if that's okay, or by 9:45. So just quickly, just an update on who we are. I mean, our mission is to serve as advocates for the business community and support and foster economic growth. And a mission statement is very broad, but I want to dial it down into what our vision is from 2020 to 2024, is to continue to be a trusted and go-to resource for you, and grow to a 500+ member organization. What does that mean? We're just under 400 members right now. We are in a growth phase, having grown from 2019 to 2020. We anticipate being flat, over the next 6 months, just based on business closures and so forth. But we are securing new members, at the rate of 3 or 4 a week right now. So people are definitely finding value and looking for opportunities to connect. So who we are. Myself, President and CEO. Kaylin Mills is on the phone call as well. Member services and communications, all things social media, member portal up to this point. Newest member of the team is Mike Hillman, who is on the call as well, Director of Business Development. Many, if not all of you, will be hearing from him about some of the programs that we are offering, and Mike is out securing new members and really playing a key role in our retention efforts right now. And then our accounting office is handled by Mary Kay. Some of you who, if you have a billing question, may have spoken to her in the past. But that's the team. Super excited to have a full team, ready to serve you. So quick update on the agenda. We just covered who are we, social media, cost savings, resources, workforce, get involved, member portal. That's what we're gonna cover, and there will definitely be plenty of time for Q&A. If you have a question throughout the course of the presentation, need me to clarify anything, you can use the raise hand function, send us a chat, and we'll make sure that we get those answered. So just quickly, what we have seen, and this has been a trend that has just been expanded and has become crucially important, since the pandemic, is how people are getting their information. It's not necessarily going through a website and 3 or 4 clicks to get the information you need. People spend a lot of time on their phones, or they're certainly spending a lot of time on their computers, if they're working from home, and really looking at where we can make the most impact for our members from a marketing and communication standpoint. When we look at our Facebook has doubled, it doubled in just over a year. Twitter, big increase. Instagram from 123 to 732. LinkedIn, almost 2.5 times the amount. Our goal is to hit 1 million impressions this year, and we are at 5, 10, 6, 8. We're about 750,000. So we're going to hit that 1 million this year. So what that means for you as a member is, one, make sure that you are following each of our pages, and these slides are available online and on our website. There's click-throughs on all of this, but make sure you're following. We also love to share your content. So, if there's stuff that, that you guys are posting, it gives us the opportunity to increase your exposure through your following of us and us sharing. So definitely take a moment to do that if you haven't done so already. We are seeing right now the trend is the biggest growth area for getting from a followers perspective is LinkedIn because of the economy. We're seeing tremendous growth, tremendous following and influence in that, and our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram continue to be strong. But once again, why do we do this? Is because our brand is our members. So these are just several of our posts across different platforms. We had a spotlight for the cuts and curls for boys and girls when Rusty Bucket, updated their menu. When we had a tour of Italia Active Adult Community just prior to them letting residents move in. And then another spotlight with Big Frog custom t-shirts and more. So let us work for you. Let us build, by building our brand or you building your brand, it really allows us to serve you and help you build your business through our social media platforms. So those are some key things. Whether we like it or not, that this is the introduction to your business in many cases. So please let us work with you and help you in that. I'm going to flip gears right now. That's social media. I'm going to spend a couple minutes on some cost saving pieces. So there are probably 750 million energy brokers in the United States right now. This is a program that we work with, but they also work with probably 250 chambers in Ohio. So they have a vested interest in that, in doing what's best for you as a business, and you as anyone who is paying utility bill. We have members that have signed up recently. They're saving $10,000 a year on their electric bill at work. We've got members who have cut their bills in half at home, and it takes about 30 seconds to enroll. But for businesses, if you're getting a utility bill, there is a 4.9% kilowatt for an entire year beginning in October 2020. What this means, we found members that were paying 7.1, 8.2, 6.8. So this is literally free savings for you that in many cases can pay for your membership 4 or 5 times over, by doing that. And even if it's, $4.38 a month, I mean, that's all money when we start looking at what are ways that I can decrease my expenses at work. As we're trying to figure out the pandemic, this is the way to go. Pardon me, Mike Hillman, who is on with us today, he makes it very easy. There's an inquiry form. You submit a copy of your bill. They'll take a look at it, community energy advisors, and we'll let you know if you can save. And then it's a simple enrollment process. It takes all of about 90 seconds out of your time to do it. If you don't own the business, or if you're not paying your utility bill, through that, you can still sign up as a resident. There are low fixed prices for electricity and gas. Small business, it is literally the simplest thing to do. I cannot implore it. You're going to hear this from me, anytime we get together, because this is literally, and I'm going to keep saying this is literally, I'm going to see how many times in the recording, how many times I say it today. But when we start looking at what can I do as a business, or what can I do as an individual to control expenses when I've already looked at everything else. Taking a look at your utility bills takes about 30 seconds. And then 99% of the time, there's an opportunity to save money, and in many cases, significant money as well. So flipping from energy, just want to spend a moment on our MEWA plan, which is a self-insured plan that us being part of NOAC, which is a regional chamber, there are probably 600 chambers that offer this program now, and it's for 2 to 50 employees. There are 7,000 doctors, 13,500 specialists. It is an excellent program if people are looking at offering benefits or looking at that. Definitely talk to your broker. about this. We've got 24 members that are doing this program right here, and they're saving in some cases 20 to 25% on their monthly spend with this. So if you're above 50, there are other plans as well that offer significant discounts, but this is once again is a program that I've heard of members saving when they shopped it for going to market have saved 60% on their healthcare, or 15%. What's been nice about this program is their annual increase has only been is held at about 7% a year over year, which I would love to be able to project from a budgetary standpoint, a 7% increase versus who knows, one year it might be 25, the next year it might be 6. But this program is growing. It's the fastest growing self-insured plan, in the state of Ohio, with tremendous backing from Anthem. Now we're going to get down to where you can really start saving money. By a show of hands, has anyone made a copy this year? Anybody made a copy at home, or printed something, or done anything? I think we all have. When we look at the Office Depot store purchasing card, I put the number in there. If you're like me, I have an app for all of my cards that I have that I use at checkout. This is a savings program where there's no way that Office Depot is able to turn any type of profit on anything that you print. Anything printing, Office Max, Office Depot, it will be far cheaper than running ink out of your own place, or if you're on a per copy base on your business copier. What we showed here was a print job that for our LeaderCast women, it was $142. We got a bulk discount of $14, and then we ended up with another $61 discount, so $142 print job, and ended up being $55, saving $90. So if you're running any printing, you're running any flyers, you're doing any of that stuff, make sure that you're using your store purchasing card for that. There are other savings that fluctuate from week to week, but there have been times when I've gone to buy labels, where it's been 75% off. So it's always good to have that on you if you're making any purchasing, at an Office Depot location. Sorry, skipped. So from a workers' comp standpoint, if you're looking at, hey, I'm not sure what to do. Am I getting the most out of my workers' comp premium policy? I don't know what other programs or discounts are available. We have a preferred partner in PPS, Paramount Preferred Solutions, and Peter Young can walk you through just about anything as it relates to that. Even if if you've got, you're set with your BWC, but your third-party administrator, this is an opportunity just to hear what is out there for you. And then we've got a couple other partners. Employee Management Solutions, if you're interested in PEO services, not having to worry about your workers' comp, et cetera, GMS offers a discount. If you're using email marketing in any way, shape, or form, you can go through our Constant Contact through the Chamber program, and you can get up to 25% off what you're paying on a monthly basis. And that is for new and current Constant Contact users. And then our shipping program, if you're shipping anything, that's going overnight, working with partnership through their FedEx program, get you 45% off on overnight, and 27% on next day, on regular ground. So if you're doing any shipping, this is about an 8-minute process to get everything filled out, and then FedEx gives you a call back, assigns a number, and if you are shipping anything at all, this is a way to really cut your costs. Wonderful program. You're going to hear about this every time we get together as far as a way to control expenses. Phew. All right, so then we have got, I'm going to switch from cost savings. I'm going to pause for any questions, need any further clarification before we switch gears to marketing opportunities. All right, so from a marketing standpoint, what can you do? Make sure you've got, and we'll go into this further, make sure you've got an active profile in our member directory. We get over 5,000 page visits a month. 90% of that is driven into the directory. We have banner ad opportunities on our website. If you've got any coupons, make sure you're sending them to us for posting for people to see. If you are hosting any type of event, we host a community calendar, so you can go in and add a calendar appointment, or you can let us know and we can get that posted. Because once again, traffic is coming in, and if you want it to be seen, this is a wonderful opportunity. We have plenty of event and program sponsorship, throughout the course of the year, albeit a lot of this stuff is virtual, but we are getting good crowds. We have a strong showing, via our Zoom platform for many of the programs we do. And then we've got some newsletter advertising opportunities as well. Wonderful opportunities to take advantage of the folks that we are in contact with. I sort of look at it as I was on a call yesterday with the U.S. Chamber, and a marketing person is in this virtual platform, it's really going to be hard to charge anybody to come to an event, but from a standpoint of how many eyeballs do you have at a meeting, is very marketable and influential as far as who we can reach through our platform. So something to think about. So business resources, wow, what a pivot this has been this year. From a COVID-19 updates, from March up until about July, we were hosting stuff, every other week or at the least monthly on need to know information, as it relates to your business. I have a pretty strong feeling that based on, what's going on with any federal funding, not funding, what's happening at the state level with CARES Act funding for small business. We're going to start to see more of that stuff getting pushed out by us to you so that you can have a single source of information, because we all get overwhelmed, at least I do each and every day, from different sources. Is it the BWC update? Is it the state update? Is it a federal update? Is it a county update? And our job is to filter through that and get that out to you in a concise manner, as it applies to you. We continue to do educational and professional learning. Super excited. We've got 2 awesome programs in October. The first one is going to be, focused on returning to work, not returning to work as in April, but now that we've settled into this working from home piece, what does that look like for a company? Julie from the library, who's on this call, is going to present from her perspective of what it's like being a public-facing company when it comes to having to be the mask police. And then our second program in October is going to be about mental health and wellness. We've got folks from Recovery Resources, Be Well Solutions lined up to just talk about the state of mental health and what can employers do, to make sure their employees have access to the services they might need, as each of us is dealing with this pandemic, differently. Super excited. We've got a job board now on Facebook, and we also have a job bank on our website. If you're a Solon business, not sure who to contact, let us help you navigate that process to get the answers you need. Definitely very strong relationship with the mayor, business development, city council, department head. So from our standpoint, our job is, if you're not sure who to turn to, let us take care of that for you to get you the right introduction. Ribbon cuttings and accomplishments. We've done a couple during this pandemic. We'll continue to do so. They tend to be smaller, but the social media push from it is big. Or if you've got something worth sharing, let us know. Let us push that out for you. And then for anybody that's doing any exporting, we do have a certificate of origin program. We probably sign 200 of those a week. And, that for us, that's a sign of, that the economy is starting to pick back up. There's certain countries you have to have something, you have documents certified, and we provide that service free to our members. Networking and programming. So Business After 5. Next one's October 1st. It's out at Thorn Creek Winery. Also a co-host of the Solon Vein Clinic. We've got about 14 different outdoor areas at Thorn Creek. So it'll be a good opportunity to, connect with other chamber members, but also in an outdoor and safe space. We've got our Western Reserve Safety Council programming, which is monthly. And we've got our chamber programs, 1 or 2 per month, focused on need-to-know content. So and you'll start to see that. We're going to have at least 3 or 4 different programs a month, and when we can do them together, we'll do them together, in person. In the meantime, we'll make sure that we are keeping a pulse on what you guys are asking. What are the questions that you guys are sending me, or phone conversations I'm having, and making sure we're able to deliver our, the appropriate programming and appropriate resources. We have 2 special events. We just finished up our golf outing last month, sold out from a golfer standpoint, sold out from a sponsorship standpoint, and extremely safe. So we did, and that was fantastic. Look for that to be in August again next year. And then we've run our LeaderCast Women event the past 2 in March the past 2 years, and look for that to happen again. This upcoming March. They're a wonderful partner to work with, 7 very accomplished women speaking about their leadership journey, and it will be somewhat virtual and probably somewhat in person, but that's what we're working out. But wonderful opportunity to get, really good professional development and learning opportunities for your staff, but also a great marketing, opportunity for sponsors of that event, as LeaderCast as a brand, when we're tagging it, tends to get out further than, if it's just the chamber. All right, so we do have our Facebook group on Solon Chamber Jobs. We know that that's where people are finding stuff, and we know that's where people are looking. So if you have jobs, just make sure you get on Facebook.com in our group. Solon Chamber Jobs, get stuff posted. We can help you work through that. But we are seeing trends from our peers across the country, that this is a tremendous growth opportunity from a staffing standpoint. As we look at things differently on how and where do we find our staff, how do we find future hiring needs, where do we turn for that, and this is an opportunity, for our members to take a look. Phew. All right, gotta take a breath here. All right, so how can you get involved? Well, we've got over 50 events and networking opportunities. Make sure you have an awesome directory profile. If you're interested in advertising opportunities, and then lastly is join a committee, and don't everyone leave the phone call or Zoom call right now by when I say join a committee. And what we really mean by this is if there are things that are important to you that can help you build your business or meet a business need, there are committees that help that you can get involved with. So we've got 4 that we're looking for. Well, excuse me, 3 that we're looking for, and then the board of directors. So there's an events committee, and that is making sure that we have a successful golf outing and LeaderCast Women. Our membership committee, Paula can speak to this. It's worn a lot of different hats in my 2.5 years. It will continue to changing, hats. But now that we've got Mike Hillman on board, is what are we doing from a member retention standpoint, onboarding. We've launched some awesome initiatives in 2019. Some, won't continue in 2020 right now, just based on, going out and visiting companies is not, not going to happen, but that doesn't mean that we can't reach out to members as well. And then our programs committee, which is chaired by Julie, who's on the call, and Denise from Cuyahoga Community College, is if you want to help influence, or you have a pulse or interested in what should we be talking about and what should we be presenting, we can definitely use help here. And if you get involved in a committee, you're active, we start looking at, over the next course of the year is really taking a look at the board of directors, and really looking at, at that piece. But there are opportunities to get involved. And I know that now that we're sort of settling into what, whether we're working from home or whether we're working from the office, there are opportunities to get involved that take as little as, an hour every other month, but allows you to, be front and center in communications that are going out from the chamber, opportunity for you to get in front of people, for people to get to know you as well. All right, so by raise of hand, who uses the online portal? Who has ever used our online portal to register for an event, log in, do your business directory listing, update your profile? All right, I like it because there's not many hands going up. So what I mean, I like it is I'm glad I put this in the presentation. I'm glad it was suggested to me to be put in this presentation. So if you haven't done so already, every company has access to their portal where you can do a lot of things. And it makes it very simple to help get the most out of your membership. New member, it's definitely easy because we knew that was not happening. So we take the time to walk you through it. Members that have been around for a while, they may never do it, but I'm gonna keep trying. But here you can, update your username. You could submit an event for our community calendar. You can pay a bill. You can update your profile. If we're doing any surveys, they're there. You can see what kind of reach you have. You can add any social media. You can add a coupon. It is literally one screen that gets you to everything that you might need to help maximize your membership. If you're going to edit your profile, what's really key here is, you can either edit your own individual profile or you can edit the profiles for the company. 99% of the time, you're going to want to spend the time in related to the company so that it shows that company is participating in an event. So this is our Solon point, this is for you, Don, on the call. Who's the main contact, who receives communication, if there's a billing contact, all of this here. And then once you hit submit on that, then we get an approval just to make sure it's, it's nothing, nothing goofy, and then it's done. But this is a wonderful way to keep up to date and make sure that people are getting, information, and our goal is to, reach out to members to see if stuff is updated. But we know, every 3 months there's turnover, in organizations. So if somebody's joined and they may not even know that they have access to this at the chamber. So, we'll continue to push out, make sure your folks are updating their profile. So when we look at a listing, this is actually not in the member portal, but this is what it looks like in our business directory. I just did an insurance search. When you see the companies that are in this dark blue, these are corporate partners, that have partnered with the chamber for, all of 2020. So there's, moved up. But we start looking here of folks have taken the time to upload their logo, They've got a telephone number. If you click on their name, it's actually a system email. It doesn't click right to their direct email. Then we move down one, and we've got another sponsor, with their Facebook and LinkedIn page, another insurance group that's got, a complete profile with all of that. Anything that gets clicked in here gets tracked. So what does that actually look like? And then the last profile, just has their information, nothing else. So it doesn't, you can sort of see the disparity between, a complete profile and an incomplete profile. So we start looking at, this is one of the insurance partners who has a pretty complete profile. When you start looking at, he sponsored an event, and they got a huge push, sponsored a second event, but actually a corporate sponsor, huge piece through banner ads. We start looking at how many referrals, impressions, leads, banner clicks, value of referrals. You can really start to see when you have a complete profile, you're going to get traffic and indirect traffic through our site. What does it look like? Where did they come? Directory listing displayed, sponsorship image, that's getting seen, and anytime somebody's clicking on on an event page, they're seeing that. So you can start to see that, that where people are getting stuff, so much of this is based on having a complete profile, et cetera. It's 9:33. That is the last slide. I want to use time for questions, follow-up, additional pieces. One thing that I will share for members who have January renewals, you'll be receiving information in the middle of October about what we are doing from our membership renewal standpoint, from an investment standpoint. Instead of asking for corporate sponsorship on top of dues, it's just going to be a single ask on what level folks would like to invest at the chamber, with business investor, corporate investor, key investor, and civic investor. So I'm really looking forward to having those conversations with folks about that, and really learning more about where they are in their business with with the pandemic, and what the future holds. So just a couple of chat pieces. You can always also check with Ari Tome from Lasting Impressions for your printing prices too. Super competitive. So make sure that you are checking that along with your Office Depot discount. Questions? Feedback. Can tell me how terrible I was. All right, well, don't all chime at once. I'm just going to say that right now.
Did a great job, Tom.
Thanks, Dad. George, thanks for the thumbs up there. I like it. I get nervous with the claps because I'm not sure if that's someone smacking me. All right, well, I'm going to stay on for a little while. Folks have questions. Mike, anything you want to add?
I would just say, reiterate what Tom said about the energy program and how easy it is. So if you want to at least just shop, if you can actualize any savings, reach out to me. The process couldn't be easier. I think that's what I'd like to add.
Kayla, what about you?
Follow us on social media. Send me anything you'd like me to share. Join the job board. We're excited to get that started. Don't know if we'll be able to do a job fair, looking into that. But in the meantime, I think it'll be a good way to help keep us connected and keep people employed, hopefully. And yeah.
And then I'll just add, from a workforce development standpoint, any challenges you're facing, any successes you're finding, please share. We've got a very active workforce development task force that we work with the city of Solon, because we know there's a dynamic change in staffing. I'm reading more and more articles every day on, companies that used to require a 4-year degree, but is it really needed? And are they going to remove that from the, as a barrier to employment, or what are folks doing? So, anything we can do to help in that regard, and connect you to resources, we're happy to do so as well. Ari, you're going to do the next one, okay? Because you've been to a lot of them. You're going to run the whole presentation next time, all right, Ari? I see that's a yes. All right, well, thanks everybody. Awesome to be with you guys this morning, and send any follow-up. Make sure you reach out to Mike. Mike will be reaching out to you about some of the savings, because it is substantial. All right, thanks everybody.